Zac Brown recently posted a video to his Instagram, and in just a moment we are going to share that video with you guys, and you'll be able to have the chance to see just how much of a roller coaster ride of emotions Zac was on throughout that video regarding the coronavirus, the COVID-19 pandemic. I'm going to let the video that Zac posted do most of the talking, but just up front, Zac relayed in that video that he had to cut about 90% of his crew that he's been with for 15 years, that he's taken out on the road with him to do shows, touring, the ones that he says he would high five before he went out onto the stage, and he considers them family. Zac starts off telling us that, kind of fighting back the tears. Later on, he gets a little bit more frustrated, talking about how he is ashamed of how our leaders in this country have handled this pandemic, and goes on to talk about what he thinks people need to be doing as far as following the guidelines to get this thing to slow down. No doubt this is a really hard time for these musicians who have to generate revenue to pay their crew, and one way of doing that definitely is by live shows, and we've had nothing but cancellations obviously during this time. Live Nation cut their shows, country music festivals have been cut, and then pretty much anything that an artist had scheduled got shut down as well. So to generate that revenue, it's a really hard time to make that happen, and this is just an unfortunate situation that Zac had to let them go at this time. So not only is the illness concerning, definitely, but what it does to small businesses and obviously these major events and these bands that put these shows on, how it affects them as well, and Zac talks about that. So I'm going to go ahead and let you guys take a look at this video, and here is Zac Brown talking about the issues and obviously the effects that he is having from the coronavirus. Check it
out. This is Zac Brown. It was a hard day today. For the last 15 years, my crew and who I carry with me out on the road to play my shows and do what we do, I've had to let go of about 90% of my family, the people that I traveled with and grew my business with, the people I high five on the way out to the stage, the people that have done all their jobs and done them well. I hate having to make this call, but I can't generate out there, and I can't tour because of the coronavirus and everyone's safety. And I'm fine with that. But I got this message that I want to say to the people that aren't taking this seriously, and the people who are out partying, and the people that are sitting out on beaches, and the people that don't care if they get this virus or bring it home to their grandparents and maybe kill their grandparents or complicate their lives. The longer that America doesn't take this seriously and doesn't stay in and try to contain this, the longer that everyone's going to be out of jobs, the longer that we're going to be pushed into this recession that we're all about to enter into. The sickness has just begun here. It's just started to rear its head. So you need to wake up. You need to stay indoors and try to socially distance yourself and stay inside, because America can heal from this. America can come together. We can celebrate with music. We can celebrate with song. We can celebrate on video chat. But the sooner that we take action on this and we don't wait on our government to tell us that this was a serious issue and that this should be, we're late to the game. I'm pretty ashamed of the way that our leadership's handled all of this. I'm pretty ashamed of a lot of things. We can't rely on our government to tell people what they need to do. You can read between the lines. You can read all of the articles that are happening of everywhere around the world, and we're less protected than a lot of those countries because no one can tell us what to do. We have to decide for ourselves as Americans, and we have to look out for the future of all of our jobs and for the economy and for each other. So I love to spread music and spread love and in song and share music with the world. I'm going to do my best to do that from closed doors. But if we're going to heal from this and we're going to get back to doing what we were doing before this hit, then everyone's got to take this seriously.
Again, you know, not being able to play live shows, these artists and bands are, you know, they're out of the revenue that they would normally get, you know, throughout the summertime, where we see an uptick in country music festivals or just scheduled performances throughout the year at stadiums, or whether it be amphitheaters or arenas. But they're not able to do that right now. So, you know, economically, this is impacting them clearly. Zac had to cut about 90% of his crew that had been with him for 15 years. That probably was not a very easy decision. Some folks out there may say, well, why is he so upset? You know, he's a famous country artist. He's rich and famous. Well, you know, when you look at it in the grand scheme of things and you have the record label taking a cut, you got to pay your band members. And Zac Brown, you know, the Zac Brown band has a lot of members in it, to include their crew, which unfortunately he had to let go. But, you know, these big shows that we get to see these guys perform in, it's not just one guy up on stage. It takes a lot, you know, on stage and off stage behind the scenes to make this stuff happen. And unfortunately, clearly we are seeing, you know, folks getting impacted now in the music industry by this pandemic. But, you know, let us know your thoughts down below in the comments on this, and kind of where you guys stand. So yeah, just go ahead and let us know down in the comments below. That will be it for today's video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down at the bottom and turn those notifications on for breaking updates on your favorite country artist and all the news coming right out of Music City. Y'all stay country.